COVID-19 caused the world to shut down, but with declining cases came the reopening of the world. In autumn of 2020, the government reopened universities, and following government advice meant that students from all over the UK were encouraged to move across country into crowded university halls with anywhere from 4 to 12 people legally. Of course, with this came rising COVID cases, but were the students really to blame? The media blamed students, calling them irresponsible for holding large parties spreading the virus. However, this was not the truth for the large majority of the student population. Students continued to be held as scapegoats for the spread of COVID-19.
University students across the UK have been speaking of their fears and frustrations after being forced into lockdown. 1,700 students in Manchester have been told to self-isolate in their rooms on campus for 14 days.
The government imposed another lockdown when cases began to increase.
They didn't care for the psychological issues students would be faced with in the wake of these measures, nor did they care about the students' discontent when they were made scapegoats. We wanted to explore how students at Lancaster University during the lockdown were coping. We started by interviewing staff working for their welfare teams.
Trapped in their own quite small accommodation. They're worried about everything from getting basic provision, no physical support for anything.
What were some common themes that students would come to you for in terms of support?
Anxiety is probably one of the biggest ones. Really feeling it hard to actually motivate yourself when you're stuck inside day after day. Maybe have limited contact with others. So when we're talking to people on Teams, counselling service, they are restricted in terms of therapeutic interventions they can do. There are long-lasting effects that we're still dealing with now.
We also interviewed 2 students who had experienced a campus lockdown in their first year of university and asked them about their experiences.
It was very weird because you're straight into lockdown with 6 people or 8 people in our flat, and being at university for the first time, quite overwhelming. But there was no mixing. Our porters were very strict about it. I think it's crazy that it was on the students when we were probably the most confined.